Oh my ducks! First flock just came in, 0 left. Pretty good shooting.
People of America, we shall be defending a way of life, our American way of life.
I was excited. I was jacked up. Did he go down?
Yes! Yes! It was like 10 yards!
If you guys don't love this show, I don't know what else we could have done.
Bro!
A stud.
Tagged out in 1 day. I can't ask for more than that.
So today's opening of Wisconsin early teal season. When it was dark, we almost had a bird land on us. So birds are here. We're super excited for it starting. Actually, some are just buzzing over you right now. It is early in the morning still. We still got probably 45 minutes before sunrise come up. So today we're hunting with Justin and a couple of our buddies together. The guys are dumping some decoys. We got some left in here. Basically, just gotta throw up some couple extra. Then we're going to go get set up in the cattails. So hopefully we have an action-packed morning. Let's see what happens.
We're here with my cousin Justin. Basically how I got started into duck hunting was his brother. Probably been hunting with Justin here for 4 years. Kind of has more knowledge on the lake just because he's been doing it since he's been a kid.
Yeah, so kind of get going off of that. I've been duck hunting. I grew up with it. I started going out with my family, my brothers, my dad, and we did a lot of like lake hunting and puddle duck hunting and stuff like that, just pretty much all lake hunting and water hunting. And then as I got to like 12, 13 years old, I kind of sprouted off from the group and we started doing field hunts. It got to the point where I was turning down water hunts with other people to go do field hunting because it was a ton of fun with a lot of good buddies and you meet a lot of people through the sport.
So expectations were high.
Yeah, it was a long sleep out, but really excited because there's a lot of birds there and all we had to do was wait for one more boat to come with the dog and a couple other buddies to set up the decoys and get ready for the hunt. Morning, guys. Hunting teal this morning. Got a mixture of some hen mallards and gadwall decoys and about 4 dozen teal decoys. Not running too much motion today because there's a lot of people on the lake that are going to be running motion today, so we kind of want to look natural, not in mojos, and see what happens, I guess. We got about 40 minutes until shooting light. Ready? Let's go. Why? Yeah, but still. Yeah, I know. Let's just get the boat in.
So after getting all the decoys set, there's ducks already flying. We have to push into the cane. Pushing into the cane can be very challenging, but when we have to push a boat in, it might take a couple people pushing it through the cane, but we'll get it in there.
Hey. Not too many teal yet. A lot of big ducks, mallards.
Sandhill cranes are starting to talk. It's open at 6:15. Now we just need some teal.
Yeah, today we can't shoot big ducks, so mallards, wood ducks, all that kind of stuff. We can shoot blue and green winged teal, and if a goose flies over, we can shoot that too. Most of the birds that we're looking for are coming from the lake, and right now they have no reason to get up because nothing's getting shot out there, so they're not coming back to smaller places like this.
They will. Just gotta take some time. Someone's going to go jump them all off the lake. Coming right in to the right.
Drop. Good girl, Rose. Good girl. You're a freaking tank. Good girl. I actually cannot just believe that she brought both of those back at once.
I've never seen that.
No, me either.
Anyone?
I think she's sick of the muck. She's making one trip and it was her decision. This is a Drake blue-winged teal. One of the ways you can tell, actually I just found this out the other day, but they have a solid blue and then a solid green. Then you could tell it's a Drake. If it's kind of a speckled green or a speckled blue, then it's a hen. No matter how old,
You see them?
the Drake blue wings always have solid blue and solid green.
Modern Hunter is brought to you by Zeus Broadheads. Cut the Zeus loose. Record Rack, the right feed for even bigger game. Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. And by Peat Dryer, the original. Dry responsibly. This segment of Modern Hunter is brought to you by Silencer Central. Silence delivered.
It's about an hour and a half after light, starting to slow down a little bit, so Chef Mac decided to grill us up some sandwiches.
They're really good.
Nothing hits better than a little snack.
Seen a lot of ducks, a lot of mallards. A couple weeks, it's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of big ducks around.
So with us being on the big lake, we can hear most of the shots on the whole lake. However, there wasn't much shooting. I think we did the majority of the shooting on that lake. But when we're picking up the decoys, I was looking at mine, comparing mine to the others, and wow, mine are just not that vibrant. I think I'm going to be spending some more money on next season.
So I would say a big thing is to keep in mind is when you're hunting backwater, especially where you're hunting with muck and weeds and stuff like that, you just have to rinse them off after each hunt, because that muck and those weeds, they do something to the decoys. I don't know if it really makes them dull, but it loses their color and like that shock of just like, wow, that's deep in color and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would just say for the most part, if you're hunting backwater, rinse off your decoys. It makes them last way longer and it's definitely worth it in the long run.
So I probably gotta go rinse off my decoys now. Probably should. They're a little dull.
One thing I've kind of noticed with hunting with him is going into the hunt, you might want to bring a couple of your older decoys because they tend to get shot when you hunt with him.
I don't think so. Maybe your brother. I gotta give a props out to the dog. The dog did a great job. She was grabbing ducks, sometimes even brought 2 ducks at once. It was just a relief that I didn't have to go out there and go wade through the muck and weeds to get the ducks.
Yeah, especially early season, that's about the last thing you want to do when you're sitting there in a t-shirt and waders. Spotting mosquitoes is go out and sweat and go grab a duck out of the muck.
Yep.
So when you got a dog that'll go out there and retrieve them for you, man, it makes it so much easier and you just have a lot more fun doing it. Just stuff like that, it's just amazing to have a dog, and especially a good dog. A bad dog can shy hunters away from having a dog, but a good dog, it really saves you a ton of time, energy, and everything else, and it really helps out a lot.
So it was a pleasure to have Ruby with us. We just had to make one quick stop out in the middle lake to give Ruby a little rinse off.
Yeah, Ruby waits for this all year round, so on top of rinsing her off, that little bit of boost of energy at the end was definitely worth it. We are both super excited for our next hunt, and we're ready to chase geese on dry ground.
I always talk about how great ozone is, especially the ozonics unit, and this is a 600. What I love about this unit, I'm not going to get in all the details, it's extremely, extremely quiet. But what I really want to focus on today is how to use it, right? Trees here, the wind's blowing like this. Some people, the deer are expected to come this way, right? A lot of people will want to put it on the other side of the tree, but what you want to do is I want this ozonics unit over me. I want it to blow out with the wind, and then my scent is literally, it's going to give me an umbrella right around my scent cone, so that as my scent blows through that ozone unit, it's totally nullified. That way, eliminated all scents, the deer comes downwind, And I will say this, it's literally mountable in any way. I mean, the mounting system's totally flexible. You can get it on any kind of angle. It's super sharp to put it in a tree stand. I use this exact same bracket in a ground stand. I just bend it, twist it up a little bit, hook it over my bars, put it in that window that's downwind, and it blows right out the window. One of the common mistakes of anybody using an ozonics unit is literally having it face the wrong direction. You want it to be downwind so it's catching your scent. If you want more information on hunting with ozone, check out ozonixhunting.com.
This segment of Modern Hunter is brought to you by Mystery Ranch, built for the mission.
It's guys weekend coming up. We have a strong north wind. We're going to be setting up for ducks and geese in the fields. How do you set up your layout line?
So when it comes to hide for layup lines, you do not want to shortchange yourself. Hide, on top of finding and scouting the birds out, hide is 100% everything for the hunt. So hide is brushing in your layup lines or A-frames, whatever it might be. Hide is where you're going to be sitting, where you're trying to get the birds to come in, but you don't want them to see you.
To blend into your natural environment.
When it comes to that point, there's so much work that gets put into it to get into that position. The last thing that you want to do is shortchange yourself and not be able to hunt the birds properly.
If you're hunting an edge of a cornfield, what would you do? Would you be using a lot of corn stalks or more of the grass?
When you're hunting an edge, you usually typically want to use more like the grass and the canary grass and green stuff, whatever you can find to blend in with the edge of the field. When you get to the middle of the field, you want to look exactly like the crop. You want to look like the stubble if it's a cornfield. You want to look like the stubble if it's a wheat field. You try to find as much as you can with the same color. It could be straight corn stubble. It could be you just bring in a bunch of canary grass and marsh grass into a cornfield because it's the same color. Whatever it takes to match your environment is what you got to do.
So it's more about the coloring than what you use.
Yes, 100%.
So before long, the trailer's unloaded with all the decoys, trucks are out, and the blinds are brushed in. Now we just gotta wait for the geese to get up from their roost.
Yeah. Oh my ducks! Yeah. Well, first flock just came in. I think it was a 9-pack. 0 left. Pretty good shooting. You want to pull a couple of these? Okay.
Want to bump the decoys back. Hopefully some more come in.
Right now we got a pretty bad shadow on the blinds, so we're kind of trying to draw the attention away from the front of the blinds. So we're pulling a couple of the decoys right in front of us, just shifting them right. Right now the wind's going like this, so we're trying to suck them across us and suck to the thicker part of the decoys on this side of the blinds without having them all look at us. Second pack of the day. They're not being cooperating the best right now. Acting like early season birds. They got their mind made up. Can't really pull them.
So Saturday morning, when we woke up, we both kind of knew it could be a slower day just because that wind wasn't there.
When you have strong winds, birds don't have as much time to sit there and pick out your hide, pick out your spread, and they just give it up, and it makes it so much better. So going into this hunt, we had low expectations, but we still thought it was gonna be a pretty good day.
Hey, you can't look at all the downs. We still got a band out of the whole situation, which for me, I still never got a band.
When you get a band, it is just the cherry on top. It's like a ribbon at a track contest. It's like a trophy. But we knew Sunday was gonna be a really good day.
So maybe tomorrow, my chance for a band will come.
Modern Hunter is brought to you by Zeus Broadheads. Cut the Zeus loose. Record Rack, the right feed for even bigger game. Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable. And by Peat Dryer, the original. Dry responsibly. This segment of Modern Hunter is brought to you by Heater Bodysuit. Keeps you warm or your money back.
Today I want to talk about one of my favorite products, and I've been using it for years and years and years, and that's the Peat Shoe Dryer. Everybody probably that has a hunter or is a hunter probably has one of these, right? It's great for your boots, but I've really transitioned into the portable models. And why is that? Because there's so many more opportunities to use them. Here I got my waders out, right? What's worse than going waterfowl hunting is it having a leaky wader or going over the top, or waders are warm, right? So you're gonna sweat, so there's always moisture in them. Before, you could never really get that out other than hanging them outside, letting the air function in. Not anymore. You take the little portable unit, put it out down on the bottom, that heat's gonna raise through the wader, drying out the entire wader. It doesn't matter if your belly was wet, the bottom of your feet, the entire wader is going to be dry. It's gonna be one of those products that you're gonna use no matter what the situation is. If it's damp, the Peat Shoe Dryer is gonna fix that. Check it out at peatdryer.com.
Get him on top.
I got stuck in my blind. We want him close to the blinds. I just been putting him behind. I don't think
A bunch coming over the back.
That one's in the tall grass.
Go!
So when we were watching the birds working, I saw a band. I told him, and I think you saw the band as well, but the one with the band just stayed a little away. Probably saw Justin, I'd say, but.
Man, it was all worth it. We wanted that one band, and I knew we were gonna get our limit. The birds were coming in awesome, and they just kept coming. I'm really looking forward to next year, and I'm just super pumped for it.
It was a lot of fun this year. We should have a ton of fun next year. Hopefully the same thing happens. We get a little more limits, and hopefully a couple more bands.